The first thing, interesting table, let us see the news. Reuters, Iran nuclear deal could be agreed very soon. This European official says. So, this is what we see in the news. Let us see a table which I did 7 years ago when Obama initiated this deal with Iran. No, within these 7 years, Donald Trump managed to break it, and now Biden, after Donald comes and renew it. So let us see unbelievable table. Okay, it is in Hebrew, but I will try to explain to you, not so many words. So the first thing, what you have here, you have once in the Torah, here in the center in black, Obama, A Tavshin Ayin A, Obama in the year 5775, 2015, seen around this. And then it was sabbatical year at that time, 7 years ago, like today. And it was really sabbatical, Shabbat Haaretz, Rashvi, the 7th year. Then, at that time, what you can see here on top, few words are really connected. So you have here in green, in Hebrew, eskem, a deal, agreement between Artsot Avril, United States, and Iran, in purple, unbelievable. Best meeting of the world, Artsot Avril, United States, with eskem, deal, agreement, and with Iran. They all come together in one line. In fact, all of it comes in one book in few chapters. So this itself makes the table significant. If you remember, I told you that this program I'm using is Dr. Rothenberg, and he claims that better than statistics is good meeting, parallel, minimal. So what we have more here, unbelievable, minimal, atom, the atom, unbelievable atom, and even parallel, which is also significant in Bible code table, you have the atom, unbelievable. So atom, the deal that Obama on this year initiated between United States and Iran. And when was it? It was the year Tavshinayane. Yeah, exactly 7 years ago, baby. Now, what is going on now? So after we have Biden, look what you have here in green. Biden. By the way, it's very significant, but really it is written properly, fully. Biden, to you, Biden. So now it was renewed with the efforts of Biden. You know, he tried to do everything to finish this agreement. And amazing, the merits of the efforts were little last year, the 8th Tavshin Pe'alef, in the year 5781, which is the year 2021, then carried on in the year which we are down on the bottom line here, Bet Tavshin Pei Bet, in the year where we are now, 782. Unbelievable. So you have exactly the story we started with Obama, then carries on with Biden, and the process started up in Aleph, and this year, unbelievable. Also, what is interesting that you have here, the evil forces, yeah, the elite and Samuel, because we believe very much that because of the sins, transgression of the Torah of Jews, especially the Sabbath, brings our enemies. And this in our prayers, really, 3 times a day, a Jew who prays, ask God, remove for us the lilies and the Samael, yeah, pride and lust, yeah, Ishmael and Edom, unbelievable. And this is which give power to our enemies, and this is why this agreement, yeah, is going to come. And all these efforts of Netanyahu, Gantz, all those people will not be successful because it not depends on politics, depends on keeping the Torah. No, we don't keep the Torah. We see. Amazingly comes the president Aminai. This is the full writing of Aminai, also very interesting. And Aminai is a new Aman. Yeah, and we believe this. As a Talmud tractate Brachot tell us that names of leaders, countries, and so on are from God to tell us with whom we are dealing. So Haman, for example, Rabbi Isaac Luria says that Aman are very strong letters, which is Kabbalah calls the letter of strength. Man separ, there are 5 of them. Man are the strong one. This is what Germany have Memnun, Achman have Memnun, Mengele have Memnun. Memnun represent very strong forces in negative way against Israel. Khalmanitsky, we know, also Memnun. So amazing. Romania Memnun is the center. Achman Memnun, Mengele Memnun, München, the place that all these troubles came from. Unbelievable. So this is what we have today. I mean, I also very strong power against Jews, against Israel. Yeah. So as I said, very, very significant table, most of it in one book, only few in that. And once in the Torah, Obama on the year 575 and initiated this agreement between Artsakh state and Iran and this. And as I said, you must know that this program of Dr. Alexander Rothenberg, he became Orthodox Jews when he saw this from the Professor Rips. He checked it properly, he could see it heavily. Torah is from heaven. Okay, we knew it long time ago when Rabbi Bachye, 800 years ago, used this for the birth of the moon. One can see it in the book of Rabbeinu Bachya 190 years ago, in the portion Bechukotai, in the book of Leviticus. It means that everything written down, we know. So, as I said, very significant table, and fits with the news. Iran nuclear deal could be agreed very soon. And Israel are very worried, no? They have to worry, so what they should do tshuva. Should keep the Torah, not allow this government, heresy government, to break the Sabbath, to break lots of purity, abortion and so on. The abortion is the most severe, and in Israel there are a lot of abortions, unfortunately, and also the Gentile. This is what is that brings the power of America, the evil forces released and Samael that we saw in the table, those two become very strong from abortion, because abortion is spirits which are not coming out to the world. So they are very angry and they are causing a lot of trouble to the world and to the people who are doing abortion. So very interesting and significant and important table with the news of Iran nuclear deal could be agreed very soon. So what we should do? Tshuva, repentance, keep the Torah, because this is the only way that the world will have peace, tranquility, happiness, and joy. Doing things against the Torah for Gentile 7 laws, and the most severe one which they don't keep, abortion and homosexuality. In Israel also, a lot of abortions in Israel, unfortunately. It is known, and by the way, it's in Hebrew, you have here the most severe prohibition of homosexuality. So what is it in there? Ish ki ishkavet mishkavei ish, people who lie like with a man, like a woman, toeva is abominable. And those people, shneim motim too, both of them will be surely die. Unbelievable, exactly comes here to tell us the power of Amalek really who have the agents. Lilith and Samael are the agent of the Amalekite, and this is the most severe sin which causes trouble to the world, also to the non-Jews, so to Jews also. You can see what is going on. How Israel are worried from Iran, which already have the bomb, and even not the bomb, the missile can reach any point in Israel, and hundred thousands of those missiles around Israel by Hezbollah and so on. So no doubt that the only way to be saved from this terrible threat is keeping the Torah that God gave us. And He wants us to have a nice time, but what we can do if people transgress the Torah? they prefer physical, materialistic enjoyment for spiritual one. No, fine. This is how we look like today, the whole world. It's an interesting, a significant table for our time.